Hey guys, welcome to another video, and I will be talking about the Free Britney Spears, all about the conservatorship and everything that's going on with her, what's going on with her. And I just want to start off by saying I'm actually not even a huge Britney Spears fan. It's got nothing to do with her as a person. I just never was a big fan, of her music, just music wise. It was never my thing. Just I was never like a huge Britney Spears fan. I don't know, just never did it for me. My sister really enjoyed her when my sister was younger and stuff, but never really followed much about Britney Spears because I just didn't really care and stuff. I know she had a nervous breakdown 13 years ago, a little bit after her marriage with Kevin Federline and stuff. I know a lot of bad things happened to her, and I know she was kind of like a running joke for a little bit, which is really sad to hear, actually. But I read the story, and I know there's like a documentary all about this and stuff, but I haven't really watched that. But I've been reading some articles about Britney Spears, and I honestly legit feel bad for her. I legit feel sorry for her. And this is from a person who's not even a fan of Britney Spears, but I legit feel very bad for her and everything that's happening to her right now. She has absolutely no control of her life, and it's horrible. It's absolutely terrible. She is under a thing called a conservatorship. Conservatorship, as I'll just kind of define for you. The definition of a conservatorship is under the U.S. law, conservatorship is the appointment of a guardian or a protector by a judge to manage the financial affairs or daily life of a certain person of an old age who has physical or mental limitations and stuff. Basically, the gist is a conservatorship is the court taking over the civil liberties from one person and giving them to another, which is most of the time a guardian, like a mom or a dad. She gave it over to her dad, Jamie Spears, and basically he has had absolute full control of her entire life. And it has been completely for the worse for Britney Spears, mostly for him. He's been basically taking all her money and basically just using her. There was a tour she did in London in 2018, and she was forced to do the tour. She didn't want to do the tour, but she was absolutely forced. In her words, according to Britney Spears, she said, "My management said if I don't do this tour, I will have to find an attorney, and by contact, my own management could sue me if I didn't follow through with the tour." So she would have been sued, and she would have to compensate her father if she skipped out on the tour. Her father also forced her to be on medications, which is another thing you shouldn't be forcing people to do. As speaking as someone who has been on antidepressants and stuff, that is strictly your choice, and you cannot. You don't know what medications do to certain people. Only person with their own health can decide if they should be on medications or not, and whether they should go off them. Because if medications make you sick or ill, or they don't agree with you, or not helping, your guardian cannot decide that for you. You have to decide that for yourself if you are stable enough to be on certain medications and stuff. And apparently, when she was on lithium, it was very, very strong for her. And she was mentally, very impaired. And she said she felt drunk almost the whole time. And there are some very strong medications that can make you feel foggy, disoriented, and again, make you feel drunk and everything. And she says she couldn't even have conversations with anyone. And it was really bad. Being forced to be on medications without without your opinions and stuff and your consent is a terrible thing. Speaking as someone who has suffered through depression and even suicide and stuff, it's a terrible thing if someone is forcing me to do something that I don't want to do. I chose myself to be on medications, but if someone forced me to be on medications, that would make me deeply uncomfortable and stuff. Everyone always has a choice, but when you're under a conservatorship, you do not have a choice. She was being exploited for money. She was given an allowance, $2,000 per week, while her father's salary was $16,000 per month. Basically, her own money. She was given an allowance which is absolutely insane. When it's your money, it's your fucking money. Like, you don't just be like, oh, you take 2,000 and I'll take 10,000. That sounds about right. What a dick. And the most horrible thing, this is probably the worst thing, is her dad forced her not to have any more children. I know she has, I think, 2 kids right now, and he basically forced her to get an IUD, which is something that prevents you from having children, and he did not want her to have any kids. And she's with a man right now. She's 39 years old, and she wants to have children, and that's a good thing. And basically, her father is forcing her not to have kids because apparently it's his choice. And this is horrible. Like, forcing her to have an IUD and forcing her not to have children is just terrible. It's terrible. If someone wants to have kids, they should have kids. That's their choice. And you're bringing life on this planet. There's no more beautiful thing than having a baby and having children and stuff. And the fact that her father is preventing her to have another children is just, it's pretty sick. It's just, everything about this whole story between Britney Spears and the conservatorship and her father is fucked up. It's terrible. I understand why people are doing these hashtag free Britney Spears, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm not usually on the bandwagon for certain things, but this one I am 100% for. I read all the articles. I've been looking into all this, and I legit feel sorry for Britney Spears. And again, a person who is not a fan of Britney Spears, I genuinely feel sorry for her, and I hope she gets the help she needs, and I hope she gets free from her father, free from this conservatorship, and just she can live her own life. She has no control of her assets, of her body, of her career, her relationships, her children. She has no say in all of that. You have no freedom if you have no say in any of those things. You are not a free person. Her father rules her entire life, and it's pretty sick. Pretty sick. A lot of celebrities have, said their opinions on it, and I think Justin Timberlake was the most nicest because he had a lot of, they have a troubled history, the two of them, but I think he was genuinely nice. There were some celebrities that felt a little phony because they want to get their names out and stuff. They want to say, oh, I feel bad for her. But I felt like there were some celebrities that were genuinely feeling sorry for her and genuinely want to help, like Justin Timberlake. And yeah, I really feel for her. And honestly, people support Britney Spears, get that hashtag free Britney out. What's happening to her is genuinely wrong and sick, and I feel bad for her. And I don't even know what to say, because I am someone with depression too, and I know she has had trouble. She's had mental breakdowns and stuff, and she confided into the people you're supposed to trust the most, which is your parents. You're supposed to confide into them because they are the ones that raised you. They put you on this planet. They should be taking care of you and making sure that the right things are happening for you in your life. But when she had her nervous breakdown, she gave all this control to her father, and he used it all for him. He took all her money and made all her decisions, and all she wants is out, and it's not that simple. It's terrible. Honestly, it's really sick. And free Britney Spears. That's all I gotta say. Free Britney Spears. Catch you later, guys.